My name is David MacDonald. I'm a professor in the Department of Political Science at the University of Guelph, and I'm a research leadership chair for the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences. Much of my research looks at political science, so comparative Indigenous politics in Canada and New Zealand primarily. And I also look at comparative race relations, comparative genocide studies, and international relations. My mom's family is from Trinidad, they're originally from India, and I was raised in Regina, so I grew up in a very kind of multicultural but sometimes fractious sort of racial environment in the prairies, which prompted my interest in some of the kind of work that I do. I also write a bit on comparative genocide studies as well, and on issues of human rights also. I think what's important is that Canadians, Ontarians get a sense of responsibilities as settlers, and I think there's a lack of responsibility. There's maybe a curiosity amongst some and a lack of curiosity amongst others to know what happened in places like the Indian residential schools or the starvation policies of early governments during what we call the clearing of the plains, the problems of drinking water and reserves. I mean, these are all problems, but we don't really, I think, as settler Canadians have a sense of responsibility for these things. Part of my interest has been to kind of get to the truth of much of what has occurred and then have Canadians kind of engage with that truth as a prelude maybe to reconciliation or even to conciliation, because I don't know that we really had a period of conciliation before that time. I feel like I'm improving life here, certainly in Guelph, by encouraging a lot more graduate students, hopefully, to come and engage with the kinds of materials that I'm working on to try to create a more diverse campus in terms of cultural diversity, ethnic diversity, things like that, to also create a better environment for settler Canadians to feel a sense of responsibility for the past and Indigenous present as well, and to help Canadians and Ontarians and people in Guelph better understand the stakes involved in the reconciliation process and what an Indigenous resurgence means for everybody, I think, into the future.